are dealing with a contemporary exterior, and I'm just going to remind you of that right now. So beautiful succulents. You've got these gorgeous urns that are stacked all together, grouped all together. Now we're moving on to a more traditional setting. So if this is your house, you might want to think about going back to the good old urns that you mentioned off the top.
Exactly. So again, this is what I find when I drive around neighborhoods. I can, if I had $1 for every one of these babies that are around, because
so many.
They're simple. These ones, they're cheap.
People can afford those. They're like 18 bucks.
Exactly.
Those
These
plastics.
are actually 15. So
15. There you go.
Deal of a century, right? So the thing is with these, they are great. They are traditional, but they're just very simple. Right?
They're better than nothing.
Exactly.
No, but this is some people's budget.
Yeah.
And I will say that if you could afford that door, you can afford better planters.
You can probably get better planters.
Yeah, I guess. Sometimes you just want a little something.
Well, you do.
You don't want to spend a ton of money, so I get it. Like, I understand.
With the traditional home, traditionally, this is where we have the symmetry.
Right.
So one planter on either side. So if you have the classic black urn, you typically want to go with symmetrical plants.
You think so? So you'd want to do two of the same. So, you know, we showed agapanthus, and agapanthus, of course, was the one we did on the last one. So let's just pop two of these in, and we'll see, you know, does that work? And a lot of the times, just plants that are healthy, green, and flowering, they're going to work. So you pop that in, and you're like, that's not bad.
I think it's nice. What do you guys think?
It's not bad. Okay, now wait, though.
Okay.
No, but each one of those plants, by the way, is about 50 bucks.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's a little bit expensive, right?
Yeah.
So
Seriously,
get them out of there.
what we're going to do, you're going to pop that in, because what we're going to do is we're going to go to our local garden center. These are from Sheridan.
Classic go-to planter, the classic.
Yeah,
these are a fiber hanging basket. You've just pulled the wire off the fiber hanging basket.
Easy,
see that right there?
easy.
You just pop them in, boom, and look at that.
Ooh, I really like that one.
The little shot of color makes such a difference to drawing the eye to the front of the home. Now, if you do have the classic black planter, there's a way that you can customize it a little bit, very inexpensively, if you are working on a tight budget.
Okay, you want me to move this one back in?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll do a little switcheroo.
So make it your own just by putting a little bit of elbow grease into that.
So I just used some spray paint, Painter's Touch spray paint on this, in a beautiful metallic finish. Now, what you might want to think about is tying in your planter color with the color you might already have on some of your metallic finishes in the outside.
Yeah, nice.
So if you already have pewter, or maybe you have oiled bronze, add a splash of color to the planter and really create a very cohesive look to the front that will give you that customized feel for less. It doesn't have to be a lot of money.
Okay, now what I want to do is talk about winter, because what happens is with planters like these plastic, when water gets in them and they freeze, they're going to crack. Right. So we're going to get rid of this one for winter, because a lot of times people want something. So you go to a fiberglass planter. This one here is frost resistant, not going to crack, a little bit more expensive.
Very classic.
Still light, classic.
I like that.
And then for people out there that want to have that little tree to look so nice, no tree's going to live, by the way, outside in the winter. So you got to go to faux. I'm sorry, sometimes faux works.
It does.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
It does. But I think
that pains me to say that.
I know. Sometimes it's the best way to go.
But when you're working with faux, I think then the important thing is to layer in some other elements. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like, I just love even bringing an indoor potted plant and tucking it in the side. And check this out. This is an old vintage candy jar that's been converted to a lantern. And this is where, even though it's a traditional look, you can create some asymmetry in one side, especially the side where your door opens towards. And it's just a nice little welcoming vignette that gives you that opportunity for a tiny touch of color, and you really don't need too much more than that.
That's gorgeous. I mean, it's always just taking it to the next level by throwing in a few simple little things.
Exactly.
I know you do that at your house as well, Frankie. You've got.
I was doing planters last night, I have to say.
Yeah.
So I'm planting last night, and I'm doing it. My wife says, I don't think that one in the middle is in the center. Whoa! Whoa! So we were doing it last night, and as a couple, sometimes it's best if only one person's outside.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
I agree.
Frankie's in the garden.
Yeah.
I agree. No, Leo will do the heavy lifting, and I do the pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't tell me it's not centered.
I'm not
pretty sure it's centered. Yeah. A big thank you to Poster Jack as well. These exteriors are beautiful. Like, we all want to go by that door now.
Right.
So both exteriors, really nice that you can get that in a poster and just stick it up on the wall. More coming up on our gardening special. Stay with us.